Yesterday. Okay, so 24 hours after finding out that you've completed the scheme for registration and now you're a qualified optometrist. So how are you feeling?
It's really good.
Yeah. And it's been a relatively... How long did it take you to get through the whole thing?
Started September 2022.
September 22. So
October. I can't remember when my first patient, but it was around about that. I think September 22.
Okay, so it's about 16, 17 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, till the OSCE, I mean, so September, October, November, December, January. So that's 12 plus 4 is 16 months on the dot. And that actually puts you around the average. So the average that the college was saying was 10 months for stage 1, 3 months for stage 2, and then the OSCE. How long did you take for stage 1?
Ooh.
I think you had some problems in stage 1 though, didn't you?
Yeah. June, July-ish. That's when I did my first stage 2 in July, so it must be June.
Yeah, or even May, end of May, you might have been doing yours.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, which actually would make it about right, isn't it? That's 5 plus 4, that's 9 months. So yes, slightly ahead of the average that was. The average that people are taking for stage 1 has been 10 months. If you follow the college timeline and hit the timelines that they say, then you should be able to complete it in about 7 or 8 months. So you were at 9, so slightly longer. But I remember you saying that there'd been some issues, and there were issues for everyone at various points. I think that's kind of just how these things go. But generally speaking, that was okay. How many visits did you have at stage 1?
5.
5. Okay. And the 5th one, did it have a lot of stuff left in there, or just a few?
26.
26.
Yeah.
Okay. So in fact, stage 1 was a little bit dicey then, wasn't it?
Well, all were dodgy. But stage 1, what happened? So I had a lot of issues with patients to get the episodes.
Okay. So it's just the was it the number of patients that you were seeing, or was it just the patients just weren't coming through, or
it was a bit of both? I had to really struggle to find patients that made the symptomatic heterophoria one.
Okay, yeah.
The baby anomaly. These are the ones that I really struggled with.
And do you feel that was more your practice location, or what do you think you could have done looking back to get better at that?
I think I might have. The under 7 with the baby anomaly never came. I think if from the start, the first few weeks, if I had an idea, what I was doing is looking at visit 1 when I started, just to visit 1 patients.
Okay.
See, when I started, I should have really looked at all 3 visits and seen all 3 visits patients. Start with something that I can say, okay, from now to
look for them.
Visit 3, this is how many patients. This is what patients I need. This is the criteria. I might have improvements of finding patients, whereas, I was looking for I was pretty clueless going through the first couple of weeks. I was just like, okay, there's this visit 1 that's coming up. I've never experienced what a visit's like in period, so
yeah,
I guess I'm focusing on.
So almost what you're doing was taking them as 3 individual events,
yes,
and not looking and thinking, right, okay, yeah, but it's very overwhelming, isn't it? I mean, this is with hindsight. With hindsight, you're absolutely right that a patient with an concomitant deviation could come in your first week, and you might not see another one.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how many at that time are ready to do that. I think you could. There's an argument that perhaps you should be looking at. I mean, what you're saying is 100% correct. If you've got that list in advance of all of the patient encounters you need and what sort of what they are, then actually it would put you in a much better position for the end part of it, when you're sort of trying to get people seen, and you may well have seen them before and just not recognized it. That's a good point, actually.
I had a few weeks before I started Queerage as well, could have used those. And again, I was pretty clueless. Maybe a few weeks before I started, I could have take some time out to do. But again, it's really difficult. I understand, because I was thinking about this visit 1 that I've never done before. And
yeah, I might just that could be something that I could actually create, a patient encounters list. Do you think that would have helped if you'd had that at the point that you started
I'll
to
never
visit
know.
one?
Yeah, I'll never know if I got a patient in my first 5-6 weeks in that could have met those criteria had I dug further, or had I. The another one's records. Some of the I had the potential for a couple. Yeah, I don't think I did enough. I think I was so tired from work that didn't do much.
Yeah.
And then, again, that was to say, yeah.
Yeah, and then stage 2
was increasing. I think I increased a lot when we did those really intensive overarching ones with you.
Yeah, those are on the stage 2 course now. Actually, I've just put them on the list.
That was like every day. That was
that was intense. I don't think you can really replicate that in terms of tutoring. I think that would be really prohibitively expensive if you did that properly.
Yeah.
As in, I say properly, as in I didn't. I'm sure you realise I didn't charge you proper money for that. It was like £10, £12 or something, or £20. I can't remember. But yeah, but retrospectively, it was done, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then, but that was all you did. The stage 2 was just my stuff then, yeah. Or did you do anything?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. And then OSCE was basically anybody that had OSCE written on their website. You signed up for it.
I was there.
But the big bit is that if you pass the OSCE first time, then if you think about failing an OSCE, it would take you another 3 months. When's the next one? It's in a month, 2 months. The average time is normally about 3 months between OSCEs. So if you think about what you would have lost in wages in a 3-month period between being qualified and being a pre-reg, then effectively all of that money that you spent on courses is paid for, isn't it?
Yes.
Easily. It's not even close as well. And you did, I would suggest, far more than the average pre-reg does. But in the end, you're getting it back. Whereas if you'd gone a little bit light on any particular point of that, you may well have spent longer in that particular section and therefore had less time to prepare for the OSCE and therefore less likely to pass it.
Yeah. It wasn't easy. There was also another one I was interested in, the out-of-box optics.
Yeah.
Had they not been fully booked, I would have gone to that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. They had all the ones fully booked. I was very interested, but it was too late when I got that. Yeah, I live in Scotland, so it was really hard. So I was on flights and trains and all that stuff. I really did.
Yeah.
That was tough. So.
Yeah, and then you were saying that you spoke to a few colleagues who how many are now doing the March one, I guess, yeah?
A few. The ones that I talked to that passed were all ones that are on a second, third attempt.
Okay.
They all passed. A couple of colleagues are now failed, and now they have to do the March one. Some failed. I don't know. So I don't know. They didn't tell me properly like what result they got, but some just failed, which is like 9 out of 14, which is really unfortunate because that indicates that they did like they had enough knowledge. They got unlucky. Whereas if you just maybe something like that, you're just so close. I passed 10. I just got there.
But that's still a pass, isn't it? Really, ultimately, that's all that really counts. I don't know if you heard on the call. There was one of my old pre-regs. He gave a sort of like a brief overview. Before he did the OSCE, this guy was good, like really good. He sort of, when he went into the OSCE, he said that he wasn't interested in passing the OSCE. His interest was in scoring the highest possible score. Like him passing it was a given, but he wanted to get the highest possible score. And that's what he was saying beforehand. And then when I spoke to him after he'd done the OSCEs, I think possibly when he'd done his got the results, he was like, no, just 10 and a pass is enough.
Yeah, there's no difference at all to it. Absolutely.
but in his head, he was so confident that he was going to pass it. That wasn't even the issue. He just wanted to score a massive score, and in the end, he got 10. And he didn't score a massive score, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Once you passed, didn't it?
The four I failed bad. Like those are like the 90s, and then the 10 I was in the 300s. So it's like, okay, then there's like, it's not only one just passed. I got like 1 mark over the pass mark. Like,
damn! So it was really close then.
Yeah, it was like I was on the feather, and that was a fairly little one. Yeah.
Okay, so but in the end, it still doesn't matter, does it?
I'll take it. I'll take anything first time. I don't mind.
Yeah. What was I going to say? The pass rate seems to have really dropped in 23. It's down around the 60% mark, whereas in the past it was 70 odd percent. And so I think how you prepared and how you did it is the smartest way. And getting help through as many as you can sort of afford. And it's not even afford, is it really? Because when you look back, you spent a large amount of money on courses, but still, it's not much compared with not passing the OSCE, if that makes sense.
It's very important to me. I bought my own because I know the work rate in ophthalmoscope I had was very bad. So I was like, I'm not going to risk visit 3 or stage 2 over it. So I just bought my own. Yeah. They were much better. And that kind of stuff, it goes a whole long way because, the money thing is very important. Like, once you get part of that, like, it was $1,000 to buy a retina ophthalmoscope, a good quality one. That will help me pass and visit, stage 2. That was very important because then, I could have failed the eye test. Had my rate was awful, I could have failed the eye test and then had to resit 2 of them. Whereas my rate was good, so then I worked it better. I guess.
It's good. It's good. Right. Well, thanks very much for your time, and I'm sure the people that will listen to this podcast will be happy to have your input as well. Good luck with the rest of the stuff. All right.
No.